foiled once again. If it wasn't for those meddling kids. Well, I gotta keep moving this thing right. So again, let's start this video over again. I hope those other videos recorded though, because they were pretty cool. xMorningShadowx writes, you mentioned that you believe that people want to control your schooling. What do you believe the reason for this is? So, I would please refer back to the last two videos. I don't know what's going to post first. I don't know if they got saved. I don't know anything. I really don't know anything. Anyway, we were discussing a character named Naftali, aka Nick Moster, who started an organization many years ago. Actually, it was a while ago, and it took him a while to get this powerful and to get his foot in the door to influence Albany to crack down on those cultish, backwards, horrible, ultra-Orthodox Jewish schools that, that deprive their children of an education. As he was so sadly deprived, even though he went to Bell's, which is probably one of the more higher level education Hasidic schools. Along the lines like Bubba, maybe not as much as Carlin Stolen, but a Hasidic school with a decent English. And his whole thing is we gotta punish those Hasidic schools, shut them down. I mean, that's the history of what's going on here. One guy made it his mission because he grew up going to these schools and he didn't like them. And like we discussed in the last video, I openly say he is a commie. He is a left-wing commie. And I say that with not just like, oh yeah, he's liberal, so he's a commie. He's a pinko, he's a pinko meathead. But no, I mean he's actually a communist. He believes in economic equality, children's rights, social justice, all the commie Marxist nonsense, right? He openly talks about this. He writes about this. One of his accolades. No, that's not the word I'm thinking of. Whatever. One of his Nachschleppers, acolytes. I think that's the right word. Whatever it is. And I went to college. Look at me. I got like a perfect score on the verbal part of the SATs. And I don't even know how to speak the English so good. I don't speak any language so good. Anyway. One of these bloggers, they wrote something like, the problem, it's not just schools, it's like the parents don't even care. So we gotta take these kids away from their parents. It's like, oh, Judy's selling her house? Anybody want to buy Judy's house? Anyway, you want to be right on the lake in the funny looking box house? Oh, she owns a whole bunch of stuff here, so it's a cool looking house, Like Marge with hair by Frank Lloyd Wright. Lisa can philosophize. Bart's adept at spinning lies. Homer's a delightful fella. Sorry about the salmonella. It's okay. Anyway, does anybody want to move in? Oh, here's that. Whoa, that's where I should move. Look at that house. That's for sale. Probably by owner because it doesn't even have a thing. So, a whole bunch of stuff here for sale. Anyway. Anywho, what was I talking about now? Alright, anybody want to move to White Lake or have a weekend home here? Walking distance to shul. Walktoshul.com. Alright. was talking about Naftali Muster. Nick Muster. He wants to shut down our schools, totally, utterly transform them, almost as much as Obama wanted to fundamentally transform America. It's pretty much Naftali Muster. Which is why I say, people like, they were asking about this Panette girl who schmodded. Go ahead. She's probably going to be a Republican if she's a born-again Christian. And that's probably going to be better than whatever the hell Naftali Muster is. Right? But he still wears the yarmulke because he's worse. He's a worse missionary than all the Jews for Jesus people. We know who Dr. Brown is. I like Dr. Brown. I disagree with him. He's a nice, good Christian guy. I have no problem with Mike Brown. Go ahead, do your thing. But Naftali Muster, Michael Brown, who's worse? Naftali Muster, 100%. Because Michael Brown is standing up for Torah values, but he has a messed up theology. And he's not looking to have the government force us to be Christians. He would love us all to be Christians, sure. But he's not asking the government to come and make us all be Christians. But Naftali Muster is trying to make us all whatever his religious ideology is. And he's using the government to enforce his religious views on people who disagree with him and who he disagrees with. And that is evil. That's what America was founded to fight against. People like Naftali Muster. Like I said in the previous video, if you didn't see it, in the old days in America, in one of the southern states, I don't remember which state it was. Was it Georgia? I don't remember. You couldn't preach without a license. You had to get the license from the Church of England to preach. Baptists are not going to go to the Church of England to get a license, and the Church of England is not going to give a license to the Baptist. What happened? They locked up the preachers. And what would happen Sunday morning? People would gather around to listen to the preacher preach from the bars of the jail. They'd gather around the yard behind the jailhouse just to listen to the preachers preach. That's what Naftali Muster wants to turn America back into, the way it was when England ran things. England's not even like that now, although they're trying. Obviously England's worse than America, but and there are problems in England right now with the yeshivas, and there have been for years that they're attacking our yeshivas. And Theresa May actually has been fighting to support that, and she should be blessed for that because she's done a lot to protect the yeshivas. And I don't know if Corbyn would do that, as much as the Haredi community has been trying to be friendly with Corbyn. That type of stuff. It is what it is. What's going on? How do I just get rid of this thing? Ugh. So anyway, I don't know enough about Corbyn. I just know he doesn't like Israel, and so a lot of the Haredi people are like, well, he doesn't like Israel. We shouldn't say he's anti-Semite just because he's against Israel, which I agree. I mean, a lot of people misunderstand the whole story with the Satmar Rebbe with Hubert Humphrey and everything. It's not that the Satmar Rebbe said that someone who hates Israel is an anti-Semite. What he said is that someone who supports Israel is a non-Jew who supports Israel is not necessarily, should not lose our support just because he supports Israel, and so too. That's why, Donald Trump is definitely the most pro-Israel president we've probably ever had, more than Truman or whatever. And I still support him, af al pi chen. I mean, I don't like it, I'll be honest, I don't like it during the Hanukkah party when he said, you know, your country. No, this is my country. I'm an American. I'm not an Israeli. You know, I don't have any ancestors in Jerusalem until at least like sometime in the 1600s. Levi Yerushalmi was the Rav of Bulgaria, I think, the chief rabbi of Bulgaria. He was one of my ancestors, and I think he's called Yerushalmi because either his father or his grandfather was Yerushalmi, was from Jerusalem. You know, so I mean, so it's not exactly, it's not like, we're not talking about like, you know, 2,000 years ago, the destruction of the temple. No, I do have family, some part of my family who was from the Holy Land, but they weren't from Israel. They were from, it was probably Turkey then, I guess. You know, it was probably under the Ottoman Empire at the time. Yeah. You know, I could say I have Turkish ancestors, you know. But modern Turkey is not the old Ottoman Empire either, so I could get used to this. The whole empire about relaxing and putting your feet up. So, yeah, we should just base our whole empire on this concept here, right? I'm just stealing jokes from Family Guy. I don't care. Family Guy, Simpsons. I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time. I still watch The Simpsons every week. Which is I'd like to, though. I could use a little Simpsons every day in my life, but I just don't have time for that. And my kids just want to watch YouTube. Anyway, but not my videos, just what Sam the slime ball making crafts. I don't know. Floats your boat. I don't know. So anyway, I guess because it's a blob, we watch the blob. I don't know. Sam should come to Blobfest. Anyway, so why? The crux of the issue here is not about, you know, I can understand this guy, he doesn't want to send his kids to those type of school. I don't want to send my kids to his type of school. And Shalom Al Yisrael. That's fine. You know, the problem is when this guy is like, no, I'm going to get things my way and you're not going to get things your way. And that's totalitarianism. That's fascism. And his ideology is socialistic and Marxist. So it all comes down to Marxism, to socialism, to communism. That's why they wanted to. And why is it happening all of a sudden now? I can assume it's like they kind of always thought, oh, the Hasidim vote Democrat, and now they're seeing that the Hasidim voted for Trump, and like we kind of could. And sociologists have known this, that Hasidim are not married to any one party, just whoever will help them. So of course the Democrats want to control our schools and stuff to stop us from, you know, now that we're starting to open our eyes and vote Republican. I hope there's a mikveh here. Are there any cars here today? What's going on? Yeah, mikveh. I didn't go to. Oh, there's a whole bunch of cars here. What's